Morning tubers, it's 5 after 10, 90 in here, the fan's going. It's going to be an overcast day out here today. Even looks like we might get some rain. Both the headlights are in, but these rings have a lot to be desired. This one's hooked up to the spring and you can't get the headlight in their position properly. So I am going to have to look at maybe some new ones. These are 50 some odd years old. In the meantime, let's turn on the light in here. In the meantime, the switches were mounted for the halo and fog lights, and we're going through some wiring issues right now. I could tie the only box on the only spot on the fuse panel. Let me get behind this fan. Only spot on the fuse panel is the spot for the accessory, and I want those to be on the ignition side. And so, pulling down some of the wiring that we didn't use, and seeing which is on the ignition side, and I'll tie into that. And so that's where I'm at right now. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Oh, and one other thing, I cleaned these up and painted them so they can go in. And that'll be next. I also have the hood bumpers. I cleaned that up. So we get that going. But first we're going to work on this wiring. So when I get some more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, the electrical's all done. The only wires hanging down are for the stereo, and the switches are in. And so that's wired up now to the ignition side. So the key has to be on for those to work. That way my old ass won't leave them on and walk away from the car and kill the battery. So, but that's it there. Also got the cold air kit back in. And yeah, so now we'll start on the front piece here. And don't think we'll put the hood catch in yet, because the hood's got to come off, and I want to repaint it underneath. So, but yeah, we painted these yesterday, cleaned them up and painted them yesterday. So, but first I got to clean up this wiring, all this wiring mess on the bench, and then we'll get started on that. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, got the hood latch assembly in. Still, I could probably put that in, I probably will, so I can take it around the block. Got the stops in and they're adjusted. So, got the front tires in, getting ready to put those in. Not going to put this piece in. It is pretty bent up. I mean, all the way up here. I tried straightening it before and everything else, and I can get this to bolt up, I can get this to bolt up, and I get this to bolt up, and I can get this to bolt up, but I can't get this to bolt up, and I got a funny feeling it could be because of all this here. So a new one, and you can see how it's tweaked. New one's 26 bucks, so I'll probably order a new one and see. So for right now, we got a couple more things to do on the inside, and then once that is done, then we'll tinker with the headlights one more time, and then the front tires will go on, and it's coming off a jack stands. So when I get more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey tubers, let's see. I got the dimmer switch mounted. I had to chase those threads. Those are 10/32, and I had to chase them. Then I've been working the last couple of minutes trying to get these old rings to fit, and I did. And the springs are attached on both sides. So that saved me 12 bucks a piece. But bad thing about it is these aren't lining up worth a damn. I think I have the originals up there, I'm not sure. But we'll have to go searching. Got the hardware out. So got some extra headlight springs. And yeah, we're going to have to sit there and play. These two go into the grill and this goes up on the fender. So, and I still got to drill the holes for these. So, but yeah. So, we'll see what happens here. Still got to put this in if I want to drive it, which I do. And so now we're going to throw the tires on and get some energy, maybe take it down off jack stands. But man, I'm getting tired. But that front end does look wicked with those headlights in. Yeah, it's getting windy out. But still got to adjust them. So let me get these front tires on and let's see if I get the energy to get it off of jack stands. And I'll bring you back later. Alright, tires are on. I still got to torque them. But looks like it's 6 inches from the bottom of the tire to the ground. And then it looks like it's 12.5 inches to the bottom of the spoiler. Now my jack ain't that thick. 6 inches. What do you guys think? You got to take the spoiler off or not? I don't know. But let's get the back down and we'll find out. I'll bring you back and see what happens later. You ain't gonna believe this. It's on the ground. Let's see, when I raised it up, did it bring the collectors up any? Oh, a little bit. Okay. Alright. Torque the wheels, check tire pressure, and put the thing down. Maybe we go for a spin around the block. Let me clean up the garage. Man, it looks good sitting on the ground again. The front end does look awesome. So, more in a minute, guys. Hey, tubers. I'm pretty well shot. It's going on 4 o'clock. It got windier than heck out. Got clouds moving in, but I doubt we're going to get any rain. It doesn't even smell like it. Does that look cool or what? I like how that came out. Yeah. Yeah, definitely like how that came out. I still need to, I torqued all the wheels down. They're torqued to 70 foot-pounds. I still need to check the air in the tires. And before I spin it around, we still have these to put on, these brackets. And then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with that, but I can't do anything with that until I get the new one of these. Ain't buying no car parts until I get back from Indianapolis, because at night we tend to party a little bit. And I got to save some cash for that. Well, we used to. I don't know. Everybody's gotten older. Hell, we'd probably take Geritol and go to bed. But when I get that done, I want to spin it around. I got to measure for tailpipes, and then do some work in the back in the trunk, and then I'll be gone for a week. When I come back, I'll be home for 2 weeks, and then we're going to Dallas again. It's the middle granddaughter's birthday, and so we'll be heading there for about 5-6 days. This time we're not getting a hotel. I'm going to stay with my sister. That ought to be interesting. So we are going to take this out. We are going to take it around the block a couple of times. The only bad thing I'm worried about is I have no rear view mirrors, and so I've got the outside ones there, and they're not in bad shape, but all the mounting hardware is gone. So I'm going to have to sit there and figure out what to do on that. I'm so happy I got the front buckets to work, the headlight buckets to work, because now I don't have to order those, and those were 12, almost 13 bucks a piece. That's 26 bucks. And but this definitely I'm going to replace. This thing's all banged up and everything else, so it could be the possibility why it isn't fitting right. I mean, it's, but we'll check it with the other one and see if it's like that. But I am going to buy a new one. So see, told you it's getting on 4, and that is the sound effects of a 426 Hemi Superbird. So I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. We're getting a little closer. Later, guys.